All right, today we are diving deep into the modern marketing playbook. We're going to start with the absolute bedrock foundations, the stuff that never changes. And then we're going to hit the accelerator and blast right to the AI frontier, because there's a new gold rush happening and it's rewriting all the rules. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with a feeling I'm pretty sure you know all too well. You do all this work, right? You create the content, you run the ads, you build your social media, all to get people to your website. And they show up. They look around for a second and then, poof, gone, vanished. It's got to be one of the most frustrating things in the digital world. And you know, a lot of that frustration comes from this, right here. Our expectation is that marketing should be a nice, neat, straight line. You think, okay, I'll do A, then B, and that's going to lead straight to C. But the reality? Oh, the reality is a total roller coaster. It's messy, it's chaotic, you're trying things, you're getting data, and you're constantly adjusting.
That chaos, it almost always comes from one huge mistake. We focus on the tactics before we have a strategy. I mean, this quote just nails it. Without a clear destination, you can have the best car and the best driving skills in the world, but you're just driving in circles. So the real question is, how do we set that destination?
Well, it all starts right here, with the Unbreakable core foundation. It's all about strategy before tactics. So before you even think about writing a single social media post or buying one Google ad, you have to get these two timeless pillars right. And here they are. It really just boils down to these two things. Pillar number one, your offer. What exactly are you selling? And pillar number two, your target market. Who specifically are you selling it to? I'm telling you, if you get these two things right, everything else becomes 1,000 times easier. Let's talk about the offer for a sec. Look, if you sell a bunch of different things, the absolute key is to focus. Hone in your marketing on one single offer at a time. If you try to hit a new visitor with everything you've got all at once, you're just going to overwhelm them. And a confused mind always says no. Okay, now for that second pillar, and honestly, this might be the most important thing in all of marketing, your target market. This quote captures the whole idea perfectly. It's not about making them understand all your product's cool features. It's about making them feel that you understand their problems, their life. So how do you get that deep level of understanding? We can break it down into these three buckets. You've got demographics, that's the who they are, the basics like age and income. Geographics tell you where they are, which gives you all kinds of cultural context. But the real gold, the secret sauce, is in the psychographics. What actually makes them tick? Their values, their beliefs, their inner world. And this slide, this is the core of psychographics. Your entire job as a marketer is to build a bridge. See, on one side of a canyon, you have your customers' miseries, all their fears, their pains, their frustrations. On the other side, you have their miracles, their wants, their dreams, their deepest desires. Your offer, your message, that's the bridge that gets them from one side to the other. Okay, so once you've poured that solid foundation, then and only then can you start building your strategic playbook. This is where we shift from the what and the who to the how. We're talking about creating a real integrated system that actually brings in customers. Now, a winning system does not mean you have to be everywhere all at once. It's about being smart. You start with one primary long-form content channel. Think of it as your home base, a blog, a podcast, or a YouTube channel. Then you add email marketing. That part is absolutely mandatory. And finally, you tie it all together with an omni-channel approach, which is just a fancy way of saying you create a smooth, connected experience for your customer wherever they find you. So why is this omni-channel thing so critical? Well, the data is pretty loud on this one. Campaigns that use 3 or more channels see engagement and purchase rates that are a whopping 250% higher than single-channel campaigns. That's not just a little better, that's a total game changer. But, and this is a big but, omni-channel doesn't mean just copy-pasting the same thing everywhere. I love this quote. It's so true. Each platform is a different room with a different vibe. Your LinkedIn post shouldn't look like your TikTok, right? You've got to tailor the message to fit the occasion. And let's just circle back for a second to why I said email is mandatory. Why is it non-negotiable? Just look at this chart. The return on investment, it's absolutely insane. Some studies put it as high as 3,800%. That's not a typo. It's the one channel you actually own, and it just delivers results like nothing else. Okay, you've built your foundation.
You've got your strategic playbook. You're feeling good. But right now, as we speak, there is a massive earthquake shaking the entire landscape. A genuine gold rush is on, and the rules of the game have changed forever.
For the last 2 decades, the goal was simple, right? Land on the first page of Google. Well, that era is ending. The new goal isn't to be one of 10 blue links on a page anymore. The new goal is to be the single definitive answer that an AI gives. Because to do that, your content has to be so good, so authoritative, that the AI model chooses you as the source of truth.
And listen, this is not some future prediction. The speed of this is mind-bending. Immediately after ChatGPT launched, traffic from generative AI tools to retail sites shot up by 1,300%, just out of nowhere. And that was just the beginning. It didn't even slow down. Just a few months after that initial surge, that number exploded again, this time to over 2,200% growth. The acceleration is it's like nothing we've ever seen. And here is the stat that should make you sit up and pay attention. This fire hose of new traffic, it is now doubling every 2 months. Think about that. This isn't happening next year. It's happening right now. And with massive disruption always comes massive opportunity. So how in the world do you take advantage of this gold rush instead of getting run over by it? Let's talk about the new AI-powered blueprint. This is how you go from feeling completely overwhelmed by all this change to feeling totally empowered by it. This table lays it out perfectly. Let's just take one simple task, like creating a lead magnet. The old way was a total grind. It took days of work, you were juggling a bunch of different apps, and you're basically just guessing what would work. The new AI way? You can get a solid first draft in minutes, inside one system, and the whole process is driven by actual data.
And the new process itself is beautifully simple. It really just comes down to these 3 steps. 1, you start with a proven template you know already works. 2, you let the AI generate a really solid draft for you. And 3, and this is the most critical step, you step in and polish that draft with your own expertise, your own stories, your personality. You add the human magic that AI can't.
Look, this isn't about just writing a blog post a little bit faster. This is a fundamental shift in how your entire marketing machine can operate. It's about speed, it's about intelligence, and it's about being more human, not less. So the question to leave you with is a simple one. The AI revolution isn't coming. It's here. Is your marketing ready for it?